Hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to another fantastic show here on Crafters TV. It's a launch day. In fact, we've got two launches for you today. One that you guys have been loving already from the wake up call this morning, and there'll be another one coming up in launch party as well a little bit later today. They are some beautiful stamps which I know you're going to love for now, for the Christmas crafting period, but also going to take you all the year through. Now, I'm not on my own. Oh no, it's a Debbie takeover. It's a triple Debbie Fisher day here on Crafters TV. How are you, Debbie?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, what are you sorry for?
I'm here all day. You've got to cope with me all day. So, but yeah, it's lovely to have your company today, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're watching. Great to be back with my TV hubby, Joe. It's been a lot of fun, hasn't it, Joe, this last couple of days. So,
it has been loads and loads of fun. I'm sure there are more giggles yet to come. What sort of thing we're going to be having a little look at then? What we're going to be making and creating in the show, Debbie?
Well, shall I show you a sneak peek of all the makes that we're hoping to do in the next couple of hours? So these are my makes. These are the ones that I'm going to be demoing. We're going to be going through all these beautiful designs. We're going to be doing a bit of my favourite. If I just tilt that, you'll be able to see it's all shiny. So we're going to be doing a bit of heat embossing as well. But the majority, we're going to be learning all about the quick drying ink pads, the beautiful colours that are in the collection. We're going to be showing you all the different designs. There's even a Christmas make in there as well. And just lots of different designs and concepts for you to see in the next couple of hours. So stay tuned and learn all about these brand new interchangeable stamps.
They are really awesome. They're a really exciting concept, which I know you are going to love. Now, we've got, there's not just the two of us here in the studio today. The lovely Ionica has come back and joined us again. She's manning the socials. How are you, Ionica?
Hey up, I am grand, I am ready to go. We've already got loads of people telling us where they're saying hello from. We've got Yorkshire, we've got California.
International, aren't we?
International.
Yeah, so international. Ionica is going to be here. She's going to be joining us throughout the show, which is lovely. She's doing an amazing job this morning during Wake Up Call. Right, let's get into it then. Let's share with you exactly what it is that you are looking at today. It is these incredible interchangeable stamps that we're looking at. And the great thing is about this is you can really personalise them. You can really make them your own and put your own stamp on them. You're going to get 5 in the collection. I'm going to go through them for you. So this one here, this is Violet Roses that you are looking at firstly. Really lovely because they're a beautiful size. You don't need to put too much to them, and they really will fill your project, which is awesome. Or of course you can group them together and use multiples of them if you want. It really is completely up to you. So that's your Violet Roses. You're also going to get the Wild Meadow, which is this one just here. And the Wild Meadow will not be available through HSN. So if you normally buy them through anything, I'll get it there. This one you will not be able to grab. The other one we've got for you is the Classy Florals. Now, hello Classy. That's exactly what you have got just here. Beautiful, really lovely designs on here, and you're going to have lots of fun using all of your different ink pads to put these together. The next one I've got for you is this one just here. Now this one is your Yuletide foliage that you are looking at just here. Absolutely beautiful, really lovely. Great for those more Christmassy kind of projects that you want to create, but change the colours up. You could easily make this spring, you can make this summer or autumn. It's completely up to you. And then the final one that I've got for you is this one just here. Now that is your Holly and Poinsettia. Just to let you know, Yuletide foliage and Holly and Poinsettia, if you are in the UK, it's your only opportunity to get them from us here at Crafters Companion. So you wanted to get them directly. However, what everyone is doing so far is going for the whole collection, which is brilliant because that gives you the best deal. Essentially, you're getting one of these totally free of charge, and then you're going to be able to use your Club Inspire discount on top of that as well. So £41.57, £47.84 if you are a Club Inspire Platinum member. What I would also say is lots of other great things in this show. Get yourself over to the website and have a look at them. 3 for 2s on our quick dry ink pads across all of them. So if you're looking to stock up on a few certain colours, now's a great opportunity for you to do that. You've got the stamping platform over there. There's absolutely loads of goodies. Any questions, any comments that you've got, get them in. Ionica is on hand over there with the tablet. I was going to call it the tablet of terror then, but that is a whole different show, isn't it? It's a whole different show. Yes, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're watching us over there. Now, Debbie, interchangeable. I see these are a bit of a concept. How easy are they to use and put together?
Yeah, really simple. What I would say is have a practice with them when you first get them. Allow for yourself to have a few errors, that's absolutely fine, because what we've got here, I'm using the Classy Florals. It's a beautiful one. It's got that gorgeous lily in there, and I love a lily, so this is so beautiful. Now what you can see is probably an odd looking array of flowers there, but what they are is they're layerable flowers, which allows you to put one colour in, then another colour on top, then another colour on top of that. So you've got 3 different stamp sets on each one. Now in every single pack as well, you are getting one of these templates, so a stencil. The stencil is for you to either ink through or just stamp through, so it just gives you that precision on there. So what we're going to do to start off with, we're going to take our number 1. Now each one has got a number on it, so you've got, and it's got, Joe, let me take this actually out, and I'm going to bring in a piece of cards which will show you a bit easier to look at. Let's take out our number 1. Now on here, you can see it's got a little square piece at the top there, and that square piece is on each of them. So you've got a number 1, then you look on here and we've got our number 2 and number 3. So they've all got that same square point on them. So as long as you put this on where you need it, on your grid, on your stamping platform, you're going to get precision every single time. Now, I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. Now, I have to say, if anybody does not own one of these, honestly, please get yourself one, because it will revolutionize your stamping, and I guarantee that, because it's the most easy stamping platform that I've ever used. It also, because it's spring loaded, when you put down, you can see it's really easy. I don't have to put too much pressure down on there. So if you've got any dexterity issues or problems with your hands, this is fabulous. You can even put your whole hands down on there and just press down, and you get just a brilliant stamp. Now if you stamp down on it and you don't get a very good stamp, it doesn't matter, because all you do is turn it over, load up your stamp with ink, and then put it back into these. So you've got to move that away. You can see it's got little footholes, and there's footholes all the way around for these pieces here, which are spring loaded. When you drop them into there, just press down, and every single time you'll get it stamped in the same place. You also get magnets with it because it's magnetized. So I'm going to first of all put my a piece of card down here, and then I'm going to add my my first stamp set. So I'm going to pop it down here, but what I am going to do is I'm going to sort of line it up to one of the notches. And I say line it up, I'm doing this just going by where my pieces are. So I'm looking over the top, and I need to bring that up slightly higher. Now for you at home, it's probably best to do it on a big piece of card and then cut it out, but just for quickness, and I didn't have my nesting dies with me, I'm going to do it this way. So, and then I'm going to just pop my magnets where my stamp isn't, and that's going to hold my piece of card in place. And then I'm just going to go down, and that's just still, oh, I moved it now, it's just still a little bit out, so let's just pop that.
I guess it's really worth taking the time at this point, isn't it, Debbie, to make sure you get it sort of bang on.
Yeah, absolutely. So just taking that, and it's not doing very well here, Joe, but what I'm going to do is just pop it up to where I want it, which is just on that panel there. There we go. So I've literally put it into this square. So when I put that down, that will then stamp into position on this piece. So making sure that's stamped properly or attached itself properly. What I'd also recommend, see where you've got this sort of plain space where you've not got a raised image, just go down and make sure that's in place all on there. Because what that could do, if your ink gets on there and it's protruding out a little bit, you could get a smudge line. So just by doing that, and if it is inky, just get a piece of kitchen roll and just tap that down in between. Right, so we've got our first one in place, then we need to see what colours we're using. So I'm going to be using these 3 colours. Now, You can copy on every single one. You are getting a display of ink pads which shows you how to make the front card. I'm changing mine up a little bit. I'm using different ink pads, but you'll get to know, and this is where I say practice with them, Joe, because if you practice with your colours, you'll see which colours you'll need to go first, second, third and fourth. So I've got my Spring Meadow, my fuchsia, my parakeet and my pink tulip. So we're going to be stamping out first our green one, and the reason I'm using the green one is because when I look at this first stamp, most of it is our foliage on there.
Okey-doke.
And I'm just going to tap this in. Now I'm using the quick drying ink pads, which I'm going to use throughout. I am going to do a demo using the pigment ink pads just to show versatility of our ink pads and different ones you can use and heat embossing. So just tapping that lightly onto there, and then we can just make sure it's rested in place, and I always push down in the centre. So because if you push down, let's say I push down from the side or the bottom or the top, it might wiggle your platform a little bit. So always push directly down into the centre, and then you get your beautiful inked image. And I'll show you the reason why I do that, because if some of that didn't stamp down and I want to put another layer on, I can tap that in. But if this time I've pushed sort of from here and pushed it down, I might be slightly moving that up. So once the feet are in, push directly down, and you get that stamped in the same place every single time. You can see we've got our really vivid image there. So the next one we've got, I'm going to grab myself a kitchen towel and just give that a wipe, just to clean off our stamps. I don't really clean stamps too much. I just really dab them so they take the ink away from there.
Would you do this with something like a rocker block, Debbie, or would you always want to make sure you're using something like
rocker blocks for these are quite difficult to use, because I don't think you can get as precise. Because you have to rock from heel to toe. So you would have to sort of line it up and hover above. So I would absolutely recommend the stamping platform for this.
Which is available on the show for you. Details are there on the screen. $19.99, $23.99. Use your Club Inspired discount as well. I know most of you already own that platform, but if you don't, 20% is a really healthy saving on that. So do snap that up.
Right, so what I'm doing here, Joe, can you see that if I pop this onto here, so I'm lining up this bit onto my other stamp, and I'm doing this for your purpose at home. When you pop that down, you can see it fills in the gaps of where you need it. So I've just got to make sure that this bit here is where I know I'm going to pop that into place. And I am just gonna lay that down, and that will give me the precision of where I want that on the mat. Now, because we're using flowers now, so I'm going from my Spring Meadow to now using my fuchsia. And it's the great thing about these stamps, you really can just put whatever colours you want in, and you wouldn't be able to get that with a one layered stamp. You wouldn't be able to get all that differences. You'd be able to add different colours, so you get like an ombre and they would mix a bit, but you wouldn't be able to get that precision. So I'm hovering that overneath. If you did want to, I can see my magnets in the way there, so I'm going to just position my magnet in a completely different space, just so it's not hitting any of those. Pushing that down, and again from that middle, just making sure we pop all those bits in, and you can see it then starts to fill our gaps there. So our little tulips at the buds here at the top, we've got our little buds here, and our other pieces. So that's all you do, you pop those into place. And because we stamped the green twice, I'm just going to go over.
Is it a good habit to be in double stamping, Debbie?
I like to double stamp because I just think you get a real, you get that pop of colour even more than just that one stamping. And again, let's just pop this into place, take that off, and then, let's get our other one in first. And just while I'm doing that, I'm going to pop my next one back, just so you can keep an eye of where you're taking them from and where they are. So let's find my little number 1 point, goes the other way. So yeah, it just keeps them nice and neat and back on the carrier sheet. And then we're going to do that number 3 and bring that one in, and this time we're going to go here, so we will pop that across. So I'm just making sure all the time I'm putting that into the right place. So just onto there, take that one away, and then we can line that one up as well.
Amazing. It really does give you loads of depth, doesn't it, when we bring you these layering stamps, and you know, it gives you the opportunity to really play around with what you're using.
Yeah,
Parakeet,
absolutely.
this one, is it, Debbie?
So this time we're going into a nice strong colour. We're going into that parakeet. I love this colour, especially with the fuchsia. It looks really stunning. So tapping that into place, bringing that over, and then we can, and again you can see I've got one of those in the way, so let's pop that out of the way and bring this one down and just stamp that. So a nice big vivid colour. And that looks so gorgeous. And don't remember, this is not finished yet. We're going to still be layering this up. Just one more stamp. And what I do love about these ink pads as well, Joe, is that they do dry really quickly. As soon as I do that and rub, none of that ink goes anywhere. Isn't it? Yeah, it's really amazing.
Nice to see the ink pads on a 3 for 2 as well. I know we bring you a lot of bundles, but for a lot of people, maybe you've got more popular ones that you use a lot of. Maybe there's a few that you've got your eyes on. They're all available for you. You can see that's the anthracite there on your screen, but there's loads of colours. Definitely get yourself over to the website, hit the shop the show button, you'll see all those different colours that are available there for you.
Absolutely. And then what we have here, Joe, we have that beautiful bunting that goes through the centre. So you just find where that's going to be used. So we'll go across here onto that section and just down there. And that will create this bunting going down. Just, I've got that the right way. It's up there. Gone the wrong way. There we go. Just like that. And that will go through this middle section, but really highlight where that space is. So what I'm going to do now is bring in my pink tulip, and then we're just going to use our dauber to go through there. So just take your dauber, and then you just want light taps really, because I don't want to do this too bright. I just want it to be highlighted. So running that through. I mean, it's a light colour anyway, but it keeps it nice and light. Because what that does is it gives us that beautiful space to then add our words. So take that off, be careful when taking that off, but you can see our bunting then goes right through the centre there. And then all we're going to do for our last piece, let me just put the lid on this one, there we go. Make sure we clean our pads up. And then what we're going to do is bring in our sentiments. So with our sentiments, let's have a look. Let's go for, should we go for, I'm trying to think the one that I used. I can't even see it, I can't even see it for looking. I'm just going to go for Have a Fabulous Day, but I did use With Love on Your Birthday, so it's probably there's some, oh there it is, With Love on Your Birthday, but we'll show a different one as well.
I bet even things like the, I mean, I bet we've bought you I'll get this out in a minute, Debbie. If you had nice handwriting, no reason why you couldn't, with a fine liner, actually handwrite something in the middle of these banners.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. So let's pick that one up, and then we're going to stamp that down. So for that one, I'm just going to bring in a black. So just a quick drying black. Just ink in that. It's a nice small font, which is lovely because it just fits beautifully into that gap. And then stamp that down, and then that fills in our gap there, which looks gorgeous. So what we're going to do now is put our card together. Let's pop that all out the way. Now I've done a slightly different card, and I will bring in the measurements here, because what I've done is used a long piece of card, and I'm going to tell you the measurements of that, which is 11 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch. And then I've just done a strip which is 10 1/2 by 2 1/4. Now this bit is going to act as your wrap around your card. So when I bring this one in here, you can see what I've done is had this bit that goes across. So this bit will go across. And the measurements for that strip is you score it at 2 1/2 inches and 7 3/4 inches.
Okey-doke.
And then this bit here you would score at 5 inches, and that creates what we call a double Dutch card.
Double Dutch?
A double Dutch, yes. I don't know why it's called a double Dutch card, but that's the name of the cards. So
Do you speak any Dutch, Debbie?
no, I don't speak any Dutch.
No?
Do you,
Ionica, any Dutch?
Double Dutch is also skipping. Did you
Is
know?
it?
Yeah.
yes.
It's where you have the 2 ropes and you're like that.
double Dutch.
And it's you skip normally apparently, but it looks very difficult.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's called, I nearly fell over there, I don't know if you noticed. Maybe that's why it's called double Dutch. Mate, I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you know. Our viewers know everything, don't they, normally?
They
There's
do.
nothing our viewers don't know.
The viewers are loving the stamping. Rhonda says the stamping platform with the magnetic base is the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah,
and
I
sliced
agree.
bread is very good.
Delicious, isn't it?
So good.
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many things that can't be improved by putting them in bread. I was having this discussion with someone the other day.
True.
I mean, I challenge you. Let me know, is there anything food-wise that cannot be improved by putting it between two pieces of bread? I don't think there is.
Oh yes, no, I think there is.
Oh.
Mashed potato.
Ooh.
Yeah,
If you had that
actually.
with brown sauce, oh,
No,
joy.
but people
Oh.
have that in a sandwich, a mashed potato, sandwich.
Maybe it's two soft textures together. It's not.
Yeah. Maybe if there was something else in there, though. Maybe it was like a sausage and mash sandwich.
Ooh.
Yes, please.
Oh, no mash in a sandwich. No mash. No, thank you. I do love bread, though. That's my downfall.
Oh,
Especially fresh bread.
I'm like 80% carbs at the minute, Debbie, so I'm with you.
Are you not eating carbs at all again?
Oh no, I'm eating not only when I didn't eat carbs for 6 months, I've eaten the normal amount I'd have eaten in the 3 months since, and the 6 months worth that I didn't eat in the 6 months before as well. So yeah, I'm fully back on the carb wagon.
Oh, okay.
So Carol says the Dutch door is cut in half, so you can open the top bit and keep the lower bit closed.
There we go.
Boom, there we go.
Michelle says, I used to play double Dutch. If I try it now, I would need an ambulance.
Wowzers. Oh dear.
Poor Michelle.
Yeah, I used to do double Dutch skipping.
With the
Used
two
to love
ropes?
Skipping. In my head, I'm sure I could still do it. But I'm sure if I went to try it, I probably wouldn't.
I can speak a few Dutch words that I've sort of picked up, but I don't know what they mean, so
you
I
teach
daren't,
us?
I daren't say them, so we'll see. No, we won't see, I'm not going to say them.
Oh, there they are. I was looking for my foam pads and I just found them hiding behind there. So just put a couple on to here, just to raise that and add a bit more interest. You can see I've just put a couple of gems on. Matte and layered, just with our beautiful nesting dies, but you'll have whatever ones you've got at home will work really well. And then I did have a little bow where I put it there. It is hiding again. Let's pop that onto the corner. And then we can keep it really simple. But when you open this up, so the idea of these cards is you open the bottom piece up and then it actually rests onto the bottom piece of the card. And there we go.
Just beautiful, really, really gorgeous. I've got a whole host of different beautiful samples here actually that have been made by our design team. Let me share a few of those with you. This one here is gorgeous. That's a Yuletide bouquet that you're looking at there. This one here is your holly and poinsettia. Really love the idea of putting that onto something like pattern cardstock, which is maybe not the instant way that you'd think about using these. Another completely different look here with the holly and poinsettia, as you can see. This one is also using the holly and poinsettia. Look at how, though, when you frame it differently with different types of cardstock, whether that's pattern papers or your metallic or Centura pearls, you get a really different look and feel. This one here is another one which you can see, really, really beautiful imagery, and they stamp so crisply and cleanly, which is awesome. And are beautiful. I do love this violet rose one, is beautiful. And then finally, let me share that one with you as well. That one there is the Wild Meadow stamp. You are getting 5 in this collection. Let me just share with you again what the 5 different ones are. So this one here is your violet rose that you're going to get. Really beautiful. I mean, it's a violet rose here because obviously it's been stamped in violet, but you can stamp this up in any colour you want using any of our different ink pads. It's completely up to you. You've then got the Wild Meadow, which is this one just here. I love the blush tones that have been used within that one. The next one here for you, this is your classy florals, which is that one there. Then you've also got your Yuletide foliage, which is this beautiful, lots of detail in that one there. And then your holly and poinsettia as well. You get all 5 for that price there on your screen. I love the fact that they're that really awesome interchangeable concept. The other great thing as well is that you're getting so many sentiments within there which are going to be perfect for this time of the year and all the year through, which is awesome. But what do the socials make of them, it's catching, isn't it? Ionica. I haven't got it wrong, have I?
You
for 2
haven't.
days, and now, since Debbie called you Veronica, Iconica, all the different ones. Now it's caught. But
No, it's like a yawn.
Ionica.
Yes, we have got lots of people loving the stamps. Rose says these layered stamp sets are awesome with lots of exclamation marks. We've got a lot of sandwich fillers coming in. So we've got Sandra on YouTube watching crunchy peanut butter and iceberg lettuce or an apple in a sandwich is yummy.
Nice.
Peanut butter and apple together.
Good together. Top
It's
combo.
a dream. Don't knock
Totally
it till
agree.
you try it. Honestly, game changer. It'll change your life. Anne on Facebook says, I can, Joe. Ice cream and bread seems a bad idea.
No.
Joe, popcorn won't work with bread, Shawpack says on YouTube.
I have to disagree. I do. I have to disagree.
I mean, that is a double whammy of carbs,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I mean, I'm all about double carbs.
bread.
With chips and rice, yes please. Right. We have got, as I said, those amazing quick dry ink pads available on a 3 for 2 for you. Let me go through some of the colours that are available. There's loads of them. What's really great is, I think, when we bring you the smaller collections, they're wonderful and they're good value, but it's really nice when we bring you like a blanket promotion on them. So a 3 for 2 across all the colours that we have in stock, because it means that if there's a few that you're missing, you're going to be able to complete your collection and you're getting a third off, which is amazing. So available at the moment, we've got the pink tulip. You then have Chinese red, the parakeet, which is always one of the most popular colours, sandstorm, there is seal brown, damson wine, the anthracite. This one here is your pumice. You've also got twilight grey. You've got, oh, hello, smoke pearl, which is that one there. Then we have green topaz, oasis, which is one of my favourites, really love the blue tones, smoked emerald, bordeaux, frosty jade. Frosty jade always sounds like someone called Jade who's just not that friendly. I think it every single time I read it out. And then also misty morning and smoked pearl. We got 2 jades that work here, neither of them are frosty. I am pleased to report they're both very, very lovely. Right, 3 for 2 on those, which is excellent. Don't forget also about that incredible stamping platform which is available for you. This comes in and out of stock so often, so it's great that not only we've got it in stock for you right now, but we've also got it on a 20% saving. It's not uncommon to see it on a 10% saving, however, very rare to see it with a 20% saving. So if you've been thinking about this, so many people, well, Debbie says it's the best thing since sliced bread. Jan says it's the one thing that she could not be without in her craft room. Loads of you absolutely swear by this, so maybe today is a great day to snap that up. $15.99 or $19.19 if you want to get that as a platinum member. But I know Debbie has got loads more that she wants to share with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Always wanting to share lots more. Right, so I've gone and picked up the Holly and Poinsettia. I think it's great in a set like this where you've got your everyday florals throughout the year, but you've also got those winter ones and your Christmas ones, which I love. So this one, the Holly and Poinsettia, works in exactly the same way. So we've got our 3 and 2 and our 1. So you've got all of those, and then you've got your interchangeable stamps. So you just choose which ones you want to put in. So you've got warm and joyful winter wishes, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, joy to the world, heaven and nature sing, and then you've got have a holly jolly Christmas. Oh, and you've got another one there as well, which is wishing you a peaceful and joyful Christmas.
Can we interchange the different sentiments across the different collections, Debbie?
Yes, absolutely.
Are they the same
Joe.
style frame?
Yeah, so you do get, so the actual stencil that you get in each one are the same, yes. So you can, you can absolutely put different sentiments into different ones. Right, let's bring in that stamping platform again. And I'm going to do this a little bit easier for you so you can see. I'm going to bring in just a piece of card and then we'll cut it to size afterwards, which is a lot easier to do than trying to get it into a small piece. So let's take our number 1. So our, and you can tell, so before I open these, you can sort of tell which colours you want to use. Now again, we've used colours here, and I'm going to do similar colours, where you've got your sort of purples, your reds, your frosty jade, and your green topaz. So you just need to choose which ones you want to do first. So the first one you do, which is number 1, I would say you put your darkest leaves down. Then you've got your next one, which is your number 2. So you want to put sort of slightly different colour green or a completely different colour green, and then you go in with your flowers, so you sort of know what sort of colours to use and where you layer them up, because I think sometimes it can be a little bit confusing of which colours you put down first, but it's great because you are governed by those actual stamps. So the first thing we're going to do, just centrally, I'm going to make sure we've got our board down and then turn that over so I know that's roughly in the middle, and I'm just going to pick a space. So if we just go just above the actual line here, so I'm going to that side of the line and I'm just going to place that down. So that gives me a square point. In fact, I haven't got that very square because I'm not looking entirely right to the top. So let's just do it so I can't see it, and then that should be, yep, perfect along that one. So, and again, I'm just pushing in all the other parts which are flat, because these bits will be what sticks to your actual platform. And then when we turn that over, we're ready to just pop that in. But I'm just going to bring my card down a little bit. So even though I'm doing that, I do want to trim it to size and have the same amount all the way round. So the first one we're going to use is our green topaz. So we'll use our quick drying on them. So yeah, it's funny you should say that with the names of them. So some ink pads have strange names, don't they? But when they remind you of that someone, that, especially a frosty jade, that could be someone that's a little bit touchy, that's quite funny. So let's pop these on and do our ink. So you can see that's given us our first layer of ink. Then I'm just going to, again, just grab my napkin, pop that over the top to pick up the ink and take that off. But before I take that off, I'm going to bring in my number 2. So number 2. And I'm going to just make sure I place that in exactly the same position. So taking that off, I've gone 1, 2, 3 up from there. And I'm going to place that, and I know I've done that from that outer edge. So pulling that over, just checking, I think I could do that a little bit higher. So just going up to that piece. So it's just about putting it exactly in exactly the same place. No, it's still a little bit higher. It's because I don't want to put my head right over the top, because then you won't be able to see what I'm doing. So that's better, that's better. So again, I'm just pushing down that in between. And then this time I'm going to come in with a slightly lighter colour, which is that frosted jade. I do love this colour. I think it's the frosted jade and the green topaz are just beautiful alternatives to your green. I'm just going to make sure we've got that full. And then we will just push that down and have that all in place. So what this one does, it sort of cuts through some of the foliage, so you can see it's all started to take shape. And I am going to do, I didn't do the other one twice because that's a darker colour, but I am just going to stamp down this one just to make sure that we've got our full colour of that lightest shade. There we go. And then take that one off, but again, just blot that one over. And then we'll take our number 3. So number 3. That one, and again I know that's got to go into that space, so I'm just going to count 3 up from that middle section, pop that into place. Yep, perfect. And then this time I'm going to just want to check I'm putting the right lids on my ink pot so they don't get mixed up. And then I'm going to be bringing in the Chinese red on this one. So gentle tapping, and that's going to fill, you can see those poinsettias, the gorgeous berries. Run that down and just press that into place.
There's so much love for that stamping platform. Rhonda says, if you're on the fence about this stamping platform, jump off and get it. You will not regret it, promise. And Pam says, the stamping platform is the bomb. I couldn't do stamping well. Got frustrated until I bought this platform. Now I absolutely love it. Nefertiti says these stamps are all gorgeous. And Hadassah as well, saying, love these new interchangeable stamps and stencils. They are awesome. I love it when we come up with a new concept in something as well, Debbie. And the layering stamps were so popular, weren't they? The original ones that we bought and the rotating stamps. This kind of feels like a sort of natural progression, really, doesn't it? And the other great thing, of course, florals, Debbie. They're always been popular. They're always going. Florals, a bit like butterflies, really, in crafting, aren't they? They are going to be around forever.
Yeah, florals and butterflies, I always think, are the one thing that will always be about, and you'll always be able to use them. So yeah, they're great ones. And there is a lot of love for them, Joe, because they're just simple to use, and we like stuff, although we like quick stuff that are quick and simple and easy. Like earlier we had the toppers, where you can make really quick sort of cards. It's sometimes nice to take your time and really develop your crafting and actually do something that just makes you happy. And these certainly do that. So you can see we've got our bit all done there. All we're going to do now is again choose our sentiment. I'm just going to take the let's have a holly jolly Christmas. And you're just going to pop that right into that sentiment. So, and you can put that wherever it is. It's just that bunting that goes down, gives you a gorgeous stamp. Just again, take off that colour, move that to the side, and then we can pick that one up. But I'm not surprised people have a love of this platform, because it genuinely, it's the one I use all the time. I couldn't be without it. In fact, to the point where I don't know what I did before it come along, Joe. So just stamping that down. And because we're using the quick drying inks, there's no problem in stamping on top of that. I mean, that's black ink, look, and I'm rubbing over that.
That's amazing.
And yeah, they're so clever.
Is this stamping card you're using here, Debbie?
It is, yes. Yeah, so if you do get a chance to get the quick drying inks, you will absolutely love them.
Sorry, Deborah says it was the
carry on.
stamping platform that actually got it back into stamping. Kaz says, Debbie, could you, if you wanted to, place some tape at the top where the squared off section is, and then place the stamp back against that each time? Would that be another way of doing it?
Great idea. Yeah, great idea. We are lucky. We have our crafters just have the most brilliant ideas. So yeah, that's a really good idea. You could use a piece of tape, and then you would remember where it is each time. Right, so what I want to do is cut my card down to 3 3/4 because I do have a panel that's going to fit that perfectly. So I'm just sort of squaring it off as I go round, seeing I think I need a little bit more off this side. There we go, and a tiny bit off the top. Last bit. There we go. So once we've squared that off, and the reason I did that because I've got a 4-inch piece of card here just to stick that onto, which will fit beautifully. And then we're just going to make a really quick card, Joe, just to show how simple and easy it is to layer these up and create beautiful panels for your card. These would look lovely actually if you did the everyday ones on like a triple easel or something like that, and to stamp them out. So all I've done is I've got my cardstock here. I've used the papers out of Sarah's collection. What's it called, Joe? 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Popping them on. And then we're going to just have, and all I've done is I've got myself a little 5x5 card, and I've actually scored in the middle and then just cut off that excess. And then we're just going to mat and layer our cardstock, and do the same when doing your end panels. You just create the same panel, create it in half, and just snip a little bit off on each side. And that will give you your beautiful panels for the front and the back. There we go. Just stick that into there. And then on the inside. And then you've got your topper that creates the whole card. So pop that into place. And then this one will go on the front. And all I'm going to do, oh, forgot which way. That side. So make sure when you're sticking this, you only stick it to where you want it, otherwise it'll stick that entire card together. So popping that centrally right through the centre, and there we go, nice and simple. So if I turn that one round, there we go. You can see nice finished card, but a nice and simple one. You could batch make them and send them to all your family and friends at Christmas.
So yes, I am going to show you some of the gorgeous collection that we have got here. We have got the violet roses here. As you can see here, we've got a nice little bow on the top there, and this one says happy birthday to you with lots of love. And what I really love about these is just how delicate the stencils are there, the stamps, sorry. This one says to a beautiful, amazing person. There we go, see that one? And this is the Wild Meadow stamps. I love this one, the pastel colours, it's really soft, it's really gentle. The next one, it's your birthday, let's celebrate. Here we are. This is the classy floral stamp. That wasn't a very classy introduction to a classy card, was it? But birthdays just make me so happy. Yeah, and I love the diamante on this one. Just makes it just that extra little bit special, doesn't it? And then we've got We Wish to You a Merry Christmas here. This is the Yuletide foliage, this one. And this, and then we fold it up here as well. And it stands just like this, and we've got a lovely little embellishment on the top there and on the sides, and a little stopper there. And then we've got the final one, we've got a Merry Christmas card here to you, this one. This is the holly and poinsettia one. And then we've got it, you can see there, you've got a lovely little bow there as well. So this one, you are saving 20% on this. It's $41.57 for the platinum members and $51.96 or $59.80. So yes, very good saving there, 20%. So we are going to give you time to check out your baskets because we don't want you to miss out. And in the meantime, we are going to watch a cheeky little video.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet.
The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
So I am going to be showing you now the quick dry dye stamps, and we have got a plethora of colours. I can't wait to show you them all. You may have seen them through the show, but if you have just joined us, I'm going to show you all the colours. And guess what? They are 3 for 2. I mean, you're getting 1 for free. So our first one, we've got the pink tulip here. Gorgeous colour. We all love a pink. And we're going to keep going through all of them. We've got the Chinese red. I mean, there we go. I love wearing that colour lipstick as well. It's always very poignant, very strong. We've got the parakeet colour here, which is just beautiful. It just absolutely pops, doesn't it, that one? We've got the Sandstorm colour here. There we are. Matched my outfit earlier. I was wearing all the pastels. We've got the Seal Brown here. There we go. Damson Wine. I mean, Damson Wine in any capacity is great, isn't it? There we go. We've got Anthracite here. That's a gorgeous colour, that one. Oh, match my nails. I might change it to that colour, actually. And we've got Pumice. Here we are. That's a lovely, strong colour, that one. We've got the Twilight Grey coming up. It's almost cinematic, that, isn't it? You can see at the start of the film that, with the grading. We've got, oh, sticking together, the Smoke Plume here. Oh, that really does match my nails. Oh, I've got so many outfit choices. We've got the Green Topaz here. Lovely calming colour, that one. And we've got Oasis, this is Joe's favourite. I mean, that's a gorgeous colour, isn't it? And Smoked Emerald. This one here. There we go. I got Bordeaux. I just love the names of all these. I mean, the person that comes up with them, such a creative being. We've got the Frosty Jade here. So if you know anyone and they're frosty and they're called Jade, you could give them that. We've got the Misty Morning coming up, which is a little bit softer here. Just there. And then the final one, which is a gorgeous name, we've got the Smoked Pearl here. And these are all 3 for 2, so you can take your pick. 3 for 2, you are getting 1 for free. Right, Joe, what have we got on the socials?
Oh, well, there's loads of chatter today. Supreme Court saying thank you so much for the demos, such great inspiration. Lorraine saying, Roo, I think I need these. That's a new one, Roo, I'm loving that. It was Deborah saying the stamping platform was actually got her into stamping as well. And Jennifer says, I never know where to put the sentiments on the inside of my cards. Can you show me how you do that for ones that are partially covered, like the one you just made? Does that make sense, Debbie?
Which was the one I just made?
I'll read that again.
Yes, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. So, yes, when we're doing the insides or when we're doing a card that sort of covers everything, it's like, well, where do you put the sentiment? Where do you write? I always write on the back. So I think if you just turn it round, put your sentiment on the back. Because if people open the card and don't see anything on the inside because you've got it covered with pretty papers or something, they're automatically going to turn it round and look on the back. Same with an easel card, you can do the same with that, but I would always, there's always somewhere, whether it be the back or the side or that you could actually write it. You could create a full piece of card this shape if you were clever enough, the shape of the inside, and do your sentiment on the front there, and you could actually just put another square piece of white card in there with a sentiment that you could write on, because that would be hidden as well. So there is always a way to do it, but I do get what you're saying. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky when you're doing a beautiful card and you're sort of seeing some of the inside. It's a little bit like a gatefolded card as well, Joe, where we put things on the inside and you open it up and it all looks pretty, but you want to put your sentiment somewhere. So just, yeah, put it on the back of it and that'll be fine.
Yeah, amazing. Any other questions you've got, get them into us, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube, and I'll pop them across to the lovely Debbie, but I know she's got loads more that she wants to share with you. If you keep wondering why I'm looking over there, we've had a little bit of a jig around in the studio today, and I can see Debbie now. She's like literally just there. So I can't help looking at her. She's very captivating.
Oh, stop it, Joe. It is weird though, because yeah, we haven't got the book. I haven't got a bookcase there anymore. It's all been, we've all had a shifty about, so which is quite nice. We like a bit of a change here at Crafters Companion. Right, so I'm going to be using the Violet Roses. I love this one. I do have a big thing for roses. I think they're beautiful. They come in all shapes and sizes, but this one is such a happy stamp and really simple to do. So I'm going to show you how to do it if you haven't got a stamp. So even though I'm doing it on a stamping platform, if you've got just a normal stamping block or a plain stamping block, then you can just line up your dies. So what I would suggest is finding a niche of where you want it. So I know that the square bit here needs to be at the top. So if you make sure that's at the top every single time, when you come to doing your sentiment, it won't look odd. So I am just going to lay that in there and stamp my first one in. Now what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to bring in my ink pads. I'm going to be using the pink tulip, then the plum jam, then the green topaz, and then the straw bow, and then I've just got the black one to stamp the sentiment on the inside. So first of all, picking this one up, again just making sure all that blank space is stuck well to my stamping platform. And like I say, I'm not positioning this anywhere, I've just positioned it on my card, and all I wanted to do was make sure that the top of that was at the top, because then I know when I'm doing it all, it is going to go in the right place. So just stamping that down, and I'm using a really light colour here, so I am going to stamp this twice. So you can see we've got that beautiful pink in the background, and then I'm just going to go over the top with this one and stamp that again, and all that's going to do is just make sure that that fills all of that stamp and gives us a beautiful pale image in the background. So there we go, and stamps absolutely lovely. So let's take that one away. This time I don't have to worry about taking my stamp away, because I'm going to position it over my stamp. So let's bring my stamps in, grab this one. I can see that that's my number 1, so I can put that back on the carrier sheet. Take my number 2, this is number 2. And then we're going to place that over the top. But this time you will see my head probably, because I am going to just position. So I can see that this bit here will go inside this piece, and then this bit here and these bits will all line up where they should go. So can you see, or you can see clearly. Try not to go over too much, just making sure that everything is lined up. So I can see now this one here is lined up to my flower. This one here is lined up, this goes around my flower, and the line goes across. So everything there is lined up. So I didn't need to position that. So you can do it by eye, so don't worry if you haven't got a stamping platform that allows you to do that. So I'm just going to, again, push down on all that flat piece. And then this time we're going to bring in our darkest colour. I do like skipping a colour, so going from our pink tulip into our plum jam is a really nice way to go. And then you get this gorgeous, the plum jam is just beautiful. So tapping that into the gaps, making sure our stamp's covered. Again, I know this piece goes at the top. Don't have to worry about where I've put it, because I've lined that up over the top of our stamps. And then you can see we've got that beautiful, and everything's gone into place where it should go. I'm just going to stamp that again and just go over the top. And have a play around with colours, because you might stamp something and not like the colours that you've put down. So you might then want to take a totally different colour. But it's good to have a play and to maybe do yourself some swatches. Do yourself some swatches of different colours that you like being layered up.
Dry for a lot of these, Debbie, because obviously they dry instantly, which is awesome.
Yep.
What other ink pads could we use though with these?
Yeah, so the next demo I'm going to do pigment ink pads and show you how we can heat emboss it and get a totally different look. But yes, you can do that. You could also, you can use our water reactive ink pads. They just don't stamp as well, but what they do, Joe, you could stamp with them and give them a little spritz, and what will happen is that it will almost move, so it will look like a watercolour rather than a stamped image.
Oh, lovely idea.
Yeah, they would work
if you wanted
really
to create
well.
an abstract with your metallics as well, would look really nice for this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Right, so what I'm going to do with this one, now I can see, I'm going to move this up. I'm going to make sure that this is all in line, because I want everything to come together. So I'm looking at all my flower buds and the centres this time. Can you see these little dots in the centres? They will go in the centre of your flowers. I can see that my leaves are creating that pattern. So there is a way of making sure all of your stamp is lined up without having to use the stamping platform grid. So just popping that all into place, and then we're going to use that green topaz. So bringing that in, tapping that down, And that's going to be our filler inner colour that way. So I'm always making sure that this piece is just directed to the top, and then popping that in. So we're doing all our colours, and then I'm going to do that again, and that will just fill the gaps and make it a smoother stamped image. And I always make sure that it's in and I leave it so it's settled and then push down in the centre, and you'll get that beautiful image stamped every single time. So once we've done that, as before, let's pop my lids on. I'm going to bring in straw bow, and then we're going to use our stencil, which is just here. And your sort of smaller upright stencil goes on the top, and your one goes at the bottom. And you can see you've got these little sort of side pieces. I don't know what they call them. They're almost like your scroll pieces that sort of flag out there. So we're going to put that into place, and I'm going to use that straw bow again. So let me grab, I don't want to keep using a new ink pad. I keep trying to look at ones that haven't got, that have got a yellow, but I can't seem to find one, and that might be a bit too dark. But oh, there we go, found a yellow. Found a yellow, although it might be a little bit too dark, but here we go. So holding that into place, and then I'm just going to lightly dab over the top because I don't want to, I've got quite a bright yellow on there. And I'm only using the straw bow, which is the lightest yellow. So just dab it, and remember, you can't take off, but you can't take away, but you can build it up. So less is more to start with, and then build that up. And I'm just dabbing because I don't want that really bright. And then when I take that away, you can see that goes straight through the middle. I mean, how pretty does that look?
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's so lovely, isn't it? And just like, that's what I say about colours, Iona, because you can really test out your colours on there and see what looks really
Ionica.
well together. Did I say Ionica again?
I think I said Iona as well. Did I say Iona?
No, you said Ionica.
I did. I'm going to, right, give me a piece
That's
of...
because we think
can I
you're
have a piece of
because
card?
we think you're iconic.
See,
That's
okay,
this
I'll
is
take
what
that.
it is. I'm coming in.
Oh, here
There
we
you
go.
go,
Bear with.
Dream team
Yes.
over there.
We're going to get it right. We're going to get it right, Ionica.
Just think of Monica from Friends or something.
Well, that's what I was doing last night. I genuinely went to bed going Monica, Monica, Ionica, Monica, Ionica, Monica, Ionica. And then I woke up this morning and went Monica, Ionica. Right, so we've done that bit. So now we're going to do our stamping into the centre. So again, I'm just taking these off.
I've made you a little sign, Debbie.
No, Joe.
Made you a little
Joe,
sign.
no, you've made us
Us.
a little sign.
I'm going to pop this sign. I'm going to pop it just underneath, just here. I'm going to pop that sign. I'm going to stick it with some sticky
Yeah,
tape.
stick it there.
Right on there. How's that sound, Debbie? Have you got some
love
low-tack
that.
tape I could have?
Yes.
You know when they say they see your name in lights? I've now seen it in a Sharpie pen and a big poster.
Not quite the same effect though, is it? See, the things we do, we've got to stay a big happy family.
We
can't
do.
be saying names wrong, can we? Right, so let's go with the thanks so much, you're the best. That's not what Ionica is saying to me today, is it?
I love you, really.
How's that for you, Debbie?
Oh, I love
It's
that.
on a
I'm never
big
going to get
screen.
it wrong. Yes, you need one as well, Joe, remember.
So we just had a question on the social saying there's so many ink pads now. Please, could you give me a rundown? We will be showing you them again later, so you can see all of the ink pads that we have got. So don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that when people ask that question because, yes, there is a difference. And you're probably thinking, why do I want them all? But you will use them all. But I also understand that people are on a budget as well. So I think you go for the ones that suit your crafting needs the most. So when we go to the next demo, we will run through the different ink pads and use a different one to these quick drying ones. But look how beautiful that is.
Stunning.
I mean, it is totally stunning, isn't it? And the colours there are really beautiful. It's got that sort of soft focus, but also that drama as well, which I love. So I'm going to go for a card. Again, this is the same sort of what we were saying before, because I am doing lots of mats and layering my papers on the inside. So I'm using all these beautiful papers. And then we're going to pop these on the inside. And again, like you say, you can always then use your back to put your sentiment and sign it.
Lovely paper pad, that one you've used there, Debbie.
I'm trying to think. Well, I did write it down what I got it out of. Let me see. It's the garden party.
Garden. I was going to say Lily Garden. One for a blast from the past is what I was going to go for there.
Sarah's garden party. These papers. So yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? I'm terrible at the moment, and I wrote this one down, but I am really bad at just grabbing papers and thinking, oh, that'd be nice, that one would go well. And then I just rip papers out of the book to use them and then forget to actually write which ones they've come out of. But we do have our crafters out there. They've got quite an eagle eye with our paper pads, haven't they? They normally put us right and tell us where they're from.
Alistair's been in touch today. He dropped in and he does like every show.
Working.
He says, I agree with Dobby and Jim. We shouldn't get names wrong. Dobby and Jim. Isn't Dobby like the character out of Lord of the Rings? Like
no, Dobby's in Harry Potter. Dobby. That's funny. He is funny, isn't he?
He is funny.
Yes. Although I hope he didn't hear that. I don't want to tell him that he is, because it'll go to his head. Al is definitely one that tells the dad jokes and laughs at himself when no one else does.
I think it just happens, doesn't it? At a certain age, so it's that joke just happens. It's like you
Al, you listed it. It's a certain age.
Are you saying Al is a man of a certain age?
Yeah, I don't know, Alistair.
With dad jokes.
But it just happens, and then the dad jokes just come. It's like a skill of its own.
It is.
It's so true. That is so true. But here you go. So we've got that beautiful front opening card with that gorgeous topper on. So if you want ideas to do toppers on your cards and have them colourful and bright with that interchangeable sentiment, these stamps are absolutely for you.
Loads of you loving these. We've got a birthday in the house, so we're going to need to say happy birthday to Mary Pat on YouTube. She'd love the birthday shout out. Well, you've got a birthday shout out.
Happy birthday, Mary Pat.
To ya. Happy birthday to you.
And you got a song from Ionica. There we go.
We have a singer in the house at long last.
Aisha says all the new additions to the CEC crew. So lovely having Ionica with us. Evelyn says she thinks Ionica is a beautiful name. I second that.
Yes.
It's a gorgeous name.
Is, yeah.
Rose says gorgeous, beautiful, amazingly awesome. Absolutely loving these stamps. Laura says LMAO, which I can't tell you what that means, you cheeky things. With all the letter stamps and dies, you should have made Ionica a name tag to wear. Why didn't we think about that?
Why not?
That would have saved us. That would have saved it. And Cecilia says, I've collected ink pads a little at a time. I need more quick dries. Well, if you need more quick dries, today is definitely the day to snap them up. There's loads of great things in this show, isn't there, Ionica?
There is, and I am going to be showing you the paper pads now. So the first one I have got is the Garden Party, which is a lovely one. So they are priced, you are saving 20% on these. These are $10.39, $15.96 there. And if you are a platinum member, it is $8.31. There we go. We're going to show you how gorgeous this pad is. Look at that. Just open it a bit more, sorry. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. How gorgeous are these? I mean, they're all so different as well. Oh, that's gorgeous, that one. It's
that's the one you just used, Debbie.
Yeah. Oh, love these. They're so different as well. Yes. All really different. Right, I'm gonna show you the paper pad here. This is a 12 by 12 as well. This is the Summer Breeze one. Okay. Limited stock on this one. Look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful. And again, lots of different designs in there. You can get that for $10.39 or $15. Oh no, $11.99, sorry, just swapped over. $15.96, or if you are a platinum member, $9.59 or $12.77. And I love these because these are reversible as well, so you don't have to commit to one side. I mean, we all love choice in life. And there we go, and we get lots of sheets in each. There we go, the poppers there, I don't know if you can see here, actually just popping out a little bit there. And I love these pastel colours. You can't go wrong with a pastel, can you? And then this one, we have got the farmhouse one. This again is 12 by 12. I'm going to flick through, and we've got lots of different patterns in this one. These are so summery. I love these. And nice blue ones. A bit plainer if you're not into the pattern so much. Again, this has got the reversible sides on it as well. Oh, look at the little hens and the geese and the bunnies. Oh, I'd name them all. We've got the flowers there. And then we've got, again, another little bit of a plain one. Oh, and we've got a bit more of a darker colour there on the hens and the geese and the little chicks there. And then we've got some more floral coming through. And they've got some lovely designs on the back as well. And there we go. And then, oh, look at the little bunnies. They're so sweet, aren't they? Oh, the little kiss there. So that is the $10.39 or $12.76. And if you are a platinum member, it's $8.31. I'm going to show you now the smaller version of these. We've got the 8 by 8, these ones. So this is the Spring Fever one, this one. So you can see we've got lots of patterns. I'm just going to flick through for you. There we go. These are very poppy and popping out in colour there.
Very bold, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I like this one. That could be one of my favourites, that one. So this one's $7.99, $10.36. Again, you're saving the 20% on these ones. Look at these. These don't have the reversible side on these ones, just on the 12 by 12s there. Oh, that one makes your eyes go a little bit funny. That's cool, that. I like that one. That's like thatched. Okay. We have got all occasions here. This one is a little bit darker in colour, actually, this one. And very, very bold. I mean, you could just go to town on these, and they kind of like hit every occasion, whether you're wanting a party, whether you're wanting to give it to a boy or girl, or oh, you could even have a bit of a, I don't know, New Year's Eve. That reminds me of that one.
Very Hogmanay, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I love these. Just leaves, just glorious. It's like the autumn blessings, yes. And then we've got some more floral coming through there. Ooh. That's like those optical illusions, you know, when you go cross-eyed.
Oh, give that a wiggle, you'll have a disco.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got a lovely star one here as well. Oh, a little bit of wood. There we go. Right, and then I'm going to show you the celebrations ones. Celebrate.
Oh, this makes me smile, this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just joy in a pad, isn't it? I mean, look at all of those. I'm going to flick through these. So these are $7.99, $10.36. You are saving 20% on these bad boys. And if you are a platinum member, oh, I like this one. If you are a platinum member, it's £6.39 or $8.29. Oh, we've got that one. That reminds me of a screensaver, like on a computer, you know, when it's moving, or a lava lamp, that one. Oh, hundreds and thousands. We've got some bubbles there. Oh, that reminds me of colouring pads, that one. We've got the pink ones. And there we go. We've got the kaleidoscopes and the almost honeycomb, this one. And then we've got the kaleidoscope again. And then onto our final one, Everyday Delights. Here we are. I mean, everyone needs everyday delights, don't they? We've got some spots there. We've got the triangles. We've got the roses. They're gorgeous. We've got the spots there. Again, this is $7.99, $10.36 there. Go flicking a bit fast there. Ooh, I like this one. And then if you are a platinum member, it's $6.39 there. I like these colours. These are very 60s, these colours. Those ones just gone. We've got the blues there. There we go. So yes, you are saving 20% on those. So we are going to go to Debbie for a little demo.
Yeah, absolutely. Just before we get into a demo, we're just going to go through our ink pads, just so you're aware, anyone that's new to our ink pads, and for the lady who wanted to know the question of what's the difference between them all. So I've chose the same colour, the crushed velvet, from each one of our ink pads. We do 3 different types. So we can see here, we do a water reactive dye, we do a quick drying dye, and we do an opaque pigment dye. So now each one has its own use and is very very different. So you just decide which ones you want the most of, or what you use the most of, and go with them to start with. In every single one of our ink pads, so regardless of which ones these are, we do the same colour combo, which means they will mix and match. So you could do all your water effects with this one, and by water effects I mean that you can create backgrounds with these, so background washes, you can blend these in, you can do your faux bleaching, and then you can actually stamp this one over the top, and it would just give you a variation of that colour, but it will dry really quickly. So the crushed velvet in the water reactive, as I said, really blendable. All the colours will blend effortlessly into each other. You use them with an ink applicator. They're great for edging, adding detail. If you put it onto your mat, so if I just put a little bit onto my mat like this, I could actually pick that up with a paintbrush and I can paint with that. So you could just pick this up with whatever your paintbrush is and you can actually paint with it. So you've got paints in your ink pads as well. You can also do all your faux bleach background, you can do your salt technique, anything you can do with watercolours you could do with the water reactive dyes. So that's our first one. That's probably the one that you will use the most to do all your different colouring techniques with, and that's a great one to have, especially for the blending capabilities. Now your quick dryness is exactly what it does. It's what we've been using in these. As soon as you lay this colour down, with literally a split second, it is dry. So that's exactly what it says on the tin. You just do those and that will dry quickly. So if you do lots of stamping, this is the one for you. Now this one is my favourite. I adore these ink pads. I love all of them, but it's the one I use the most of. I love the colours in these. Now, because they're all the same colours, these ones are slightly different in their appearance because they're opaque inks. It means they're layerable and you can layer different colours onto other colours. It also gives you a chalky sort of finish rather than that sort of bold finish. So they are slightly different in their texture. But also with these ones, you can heat emboss. So we're going to show those in our next demo. So hopefully that's helped with everybody with knowing the difference between our ink pads.
There are some ink pad 101s, aren't they? I think you'd probably be able to search for it. If you're on YouTube, you might be able to search the videos there. I think, have you done one, Debbie? I know Leanne's definitely done like a whole 2-hour masterclass just on the ink pads alone. So if you want even more information, absolutely go back and search for it on our website. And you can watch any of our shows back, ever. You can see our lockdown hairstyles, our ever fluctuating weight, skin conditions that came and went over the course of lockdown. It's all there. I mean, honestly, it's like a flip book, honestly, at points. It's an interesting evolution. And also, when we came from the old studio into the new studio, I mean, I watched one of the oldest shows back the other day and I barely even recognised it, Debbie.
See, I don't think I look particularly any different. I don't think I look.
Oh no, I was talking about the weight gain, the hair and the skin conditions are all my issues. I wasn't projecting, Debbie. I'd never do such a thing.
You've always had a beard, Joe, so you're well known for your beard.
Hides a multitude of chins, this beard.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is? Yeah. So, and mine's just always been the blonde hair. So I think it's probably different if you catch me in my glasses now, because I never used to wear my glasses.
Very studious these days.
Yeah, I do have to wear them a lot more. So what we're going to do with this one, first of all, I'm just going to see if I've got, and I should have one, hide it, there it is. I've got a little anti-static bag. So this is always a good thing to use if you are heat embossing. And all it does is it stops the wet ink going anywhere else other than where you need it. So brush that away. I'm just gonna do this by eye. So putting that, so that top piece is on the top, and then we're gonna pick that up. So this time we're doing exactly the same thing, but we're going to be using, I'm just making sure that middle bit is held down, and we're gonna be using the pigment ink. So I'm gonna stay with that green topaz, and then we're gonna go in with that gorgeous lagoon. So the first thing we're gonna do is ink this up. Now these are a completely different looking pad to the others. In fact, let's show you so you can see the difference with these. So you've got different looking, that one's much more spongier and much more soft, because what the pigment ink pad is a natural source. So it comes from a natural source of pigment which is high in colour. What these also do, which the others don't do, if you want something, so say Joe, you've got a picture frame frame and you've put a printed image or a stamped image in a picture frame, if you've got it hanging on a wall and it's near a window, eventually in time that will fade, like a photograph will, because the light is fading it. With pigment ink pads, because it's a natural colour, it won't fade. It's just brilliant. It will go on and on, so it's really good. So this one's a really nice soft pad. If you just give it a few sort of swirly motions onto it, you can see it really picks up that colour. So tapping that in, and then we're going to turn that over and stamp that one down. Now I do always like to go in twice with the pigment ink pads, because the more colour you put down, the better the embossing powder holds onto these. So tap that down.
Your favourites, aren't
They are,
These are my
yeah.
favourites as well.
I love them.
You get such a good payoff, don't you? Not
Yes.
minimal effort, but to look at it, I think if you gave these, especially to a non-craft, they'd have no idea how you've achieved it.
Oh, absolutely.
Really incredible.
Yeah, they're so good. Right, so what I'm going to do is just bring this one in, and we're going to layer this on top as well. And this time we're going to pop that in between. So I know that this one is going to go at the top and just hold all those different elements. So
Do you know, I know this is going to sound like a real newbie comment, but I just love when you go over the stamps again and then you do a layering of a different one. It just adds so much depth to it, and
It
so
does.
quickly the magic just happens like before your eyes.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible what a second stamp will do. And actually, it's not until you do it that you realise how much you're putting into there, and it really makes a massive difference. So this time, because I've used quite a dark green here, I'm going to go in with a really darker colour. So I'm going to go in with our Lagoon. I love this colour. We do the Parakeet before that, and then this Lagoon is quite underused, to be honest, and it's a gorgeous one because it's a really like deep dark turquoise.
It is pretty, yeah.
Yeah, really pretty. So we're going to go in and stamp those. So just again, let that settle and then go down and stamp into there. And then once we've done that, so you can see it's actually stamping. Can you see even the leaves stamped into the veins there,
Oh,
which
wow.
look amazing. Love this one. And then again, and you could do this quite autumnal. This would go lovely with the Autumn's Garden. You could actually do this in brown because you've got your pine cones, and you could stamp that in brown, which would look amazing.
Debbie, you're inspiring Carol today on YouTube.
Oh, I'm
She
so pleased.
She says this show is making me want to have a play with the stamping platform. I have some of the layering background stamps for Christmas that might get a turn on the craft table today. Yeah, you should do it, Carol.
Brilliant.
Why not?
Absolutely, yes. And that's what we're here for. It's having that inspiration and realising what you've got in your stash that we forget to get out and use. So yeah, it's a great one. So this one is quite nice because it just lines up. I mean, you can line it up, but there's no wrong or right way with this. So I'm just making sure I go exactly where it needs to go. Onto there, that's it. And then we can stamp that one down. And this time we're going to use our really lovely crushed velvet, which is, I know, a favourite with lots of people. So again, just tapping that space down, bringing in the crushed velvet. And you don't have to worry because these inks will stay wet for quite a while. So don't worry about them drying and not taking your embossing. They will work beautifully. So popping that into place, putting that one down.
It is incredible how quickly they do dry because you're not smudging any of it.
Yes, yeah, it's amazing. But these ones actually stay a little bit wet, Annika, because I had to laugh at myself then, because as I said your name, I looked up at that note to make sure, and I literally was going to say Iconica. So thank you, Joe, for the note.
Teamwork makes the dream work, Debbie.
Absolutely. I'm going to stamp that again. I feel like my ink pad, and it is one I use a lot, is going a little bit dry. So let's pop plenty down on there and just re-stamp that out again. And this shows how good your platform is. We had someone that said earlier that it got them back into stamping. I'm totally with you there because I sometimes used to have no end of problems with stamping, and something like this is so incredible. So the next thing we're going to do is go back to that Frosty Jade, and I'm going to use I didn't take it out of the packet this time, did I? We're going to use that stencil, and we're going to use that over the top. So let me just grab that out,
Rose on Facebook is loving the pine cones.
The colour tones.
The pine cones.
Oh, the pine cones.
I mean, there is
You
colour
always-
tones
My
in
eyes
there.
are going, my
You
hearing's
need to
going.
project with Debbie. She is a little bit,
I
as
am
we
a
say in
little
the
bit
UK,
deaf.
mutton,
Yes.
which means a bit deaf.
Yeah.
I'm a bit deaf as well, so you really have to shout with us too.
Oh, blimey.
We're a nightmare, aren't we, Joe?
We
Not
really
getting
are.
any better. Not getting any better. So I'm just going to pop that into place, bring that across a little bit and up. There we go. And bring that one in. I do love these greens. I know I seem to be using them quite a lot throughout, but they just work really well with all the colours.
I mean, I know some of these are festive, Debbie, but I mean, even the festive ones, I think with summer colours, you can make them look quite summery, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So let's just have we've got Winter Blessings here. And let's pop that onto there. They're very clever, these, aren't they? So let's just, need to take that one off. I'll give all these a wipe in a little while.
I mean, if you were into your fussy cutting, I guess you could fussy cut these as well, Debbie. Print multiples of them.
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
decoupage elements up. I know some of you out there absolutely adore fussy
Ooh,
cutting.
yeah, I
Perfect
love
for that.
Craig would be doing that, wouldn't he?
He would love it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Craig's on his holiday. I won't have seen him, I work with him for something like 3 weeks, Debbie, by the time he comes back.
bit
That is
like
the
with
longest
me.
I have not seen Craig in like a year and a half.
That is a long
I
time.
do miss him.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he'll be back on our screens very soon. Right, before we do anything else, all I'm going to do is take some clear embossing powder and we're going to sprinkle that over the top. And the embossing powder will only stick to where we want it because we use that anti-static bag. So making sure that's all completely covered and gives us a nice covering of all of that. And it will, like I say, it will stay on there. So you can see it's almost took the colour out of it a little bit. It puts that sort of, in fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Joe. I'm going to do it a couple of times so you can
Okey-doke.
really see that in-depth colour. So let's get everything out and sorted. So we're going to heat this up to start with. And you'll start to see it go quite quickly because we've used that pigment ink. It stays wet and it means when you put your embossing powder on, it makes it go nice and shiny. So all over the top. And then your colours will really pop. It sort of brings your colours to life completely.
I watched Moana the other day, Debbie, and now I can't stop singing the song.
I can't hear a word, sorry Joe. You'll have to talk to
that's
me. You'll
all
have to talk to everyone else and I'll talk after I've
I
finished
was singing
this.
Moana in the background. Shiny!
Oh,
that
you were
song.
singing the shiny song.
Yeah.
So while this is still going, I'm going to just aim this away and sprinkle again. Because you do have to be quick because embossing dries quite quickly. And I like to get this on straight away. And then I'm going to take that away. And then we'll do exactly the same thing and heat that up. So what this does, Joe, is it just adds even more shine to the surface. And it almost makes it look like you've dripped it sort of in a glossy highlights, but without using your glossy highlights. And then I'm going to do it one more time because what embossing does, it gets rid of all of the little lumps and bumps in it. So where it may look a bit crackly, this one completely smooths it out. So this technique is called triple embossing. So
I feel like we're on the verge of a giggle down, I can feel it bubbling up. Attack of the giggles is coming, I don't know why. Debbie keeps looking at me like she wants me to set her off. Because she said, right, this is what happens, right? Debbie says in these shows, it's always Joe, he always looks at me funny, and then I say something, and then he goes, but she looks for it sometimes, she does, because she's doing something, and I can see her looking up at me. She's flirting with the idea of the giggle down, that is what is happening. Tell me I'm wrong, Debbie.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Told you so. Busted.
Yeah, we're terrible together sometimes.
We really are.
But look at this. I mean, I don't know how. Can we get in overhead? So, like, if I mean,
Beautiful.
wow, look at that. I mean, is that just not the best
Amazing.
thing It's so pretty.
Have you seen that before, Ionica?
No, look how raised it is, gosh.
And it never gets old, Ionica. It absolutely never gets old. But I mean, it's so pretty, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
Like resin almost, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So what we're going to do is put our quick card together. And I'm just going to trim this one to size in a second. So let's pop all this. I've got all my papers here. And then we're just going to make our card up. So there we go. So we're going to do a Z-fold card. A Z-fold card is a card blank that you make another one exactly the same. Now I mean exactly the same as in if I put these here, can you see that is exactly the same shape as that one, that piece on there. If I turn it that way, you cut your piece of card exactly the same and score it the same, but then you flip and rotate it and you put it on the opposite way and you attach just this piece and it becomes this sort of Z-fold, so which is really, really handy. So I'm just going to do all my mats and layers now, Joe.
Awesome. Loads of you chatting away with us still over on the socials. People are getting very excited. People are very excited by that triple embossing, Ionica.
They are. Deborah's saying, good tip for the triple embossing. That's like a little rap there. Good trip for the triple embossing.
It is, isn't it?
Can you wrap that for us?
I don't think I can. Sarah's saying, I always double or triple emboss. I love this effect. Eleanor's saying, I really have to get these stamps. I love how the stencil to put the sentiments in between the flowers. Yeah, that's gorgeous, isn't it? It just kind of finishes it off. Eleanor, these are really pretty stamps. Rose, oh my, love the pine cones. Oh, sorry, I read that one earlier. Yeah, they are loving the embossing on here.
Yeah, people are loving that technique. And I guess the great thing is about florals is that, you know, it's a bit like they're never going to go, they're always going to be around. Flowers in crafting are so incredibly popular, as are things like butterflies and unicorns. So you know when you are investing in these that you are going to have something that really is going to last for you. So absolutely make sure you snap these up, as you are doing as well. I would say you can get any two of these for £22 or $26 if you would rather get a couple of them. However, of course, the best way to get the best way to get the best deal is, of course, to get the whole bundle. I know what you like. We have viewers, Ionica, you will come to learn this.
Okay.
We call it, it's a very specific crafty medical condition. It's called full set syndrome. And it's a condition whereby you think you don't need the full set of something, and then when you get it home, you realise you did need the full set, but it sells out, and then it causes chronic FOMO. So full set syndrome, chronic FOMO, the two go hand in hand. So that is why I think everyone is going for the full set of these today. I'm not a doctor, in case you didn't know that, Ionica.
Oh, do you know what? I was doubting that. I was not sure.
If you were going to be a doctor, Ionica, what would you be a doctor of? Because you can be a doctor of anything. You can be a doctor of Eurovision if you want to.
Oh,
I mean, as long as
we're
you've
going
got a
down that
PhD
road.
in it, you are therefore a doctor. So what would yours be in?
I would be a doctor of the chocolate connoisseur variety.
Oh, a doctor of chocolate.
Yes, I would.
Please. Yes. What is your surname, actually?
You what, sorry?
What is your surname?
Adriana.
Dr. Adriana. We'll see now.
Yeah.
I like it. What would you be a doctor of, Debbie?
Craft.
Craft. Got to be craft. Yeah.
The doctor of
craft.
laughter.
I quite like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind having those initials after my name.
Dr. Fish of Craft. I love it. Charlotte, what would you be a doctor of? Charlotte would be a doctor of not knowing what she wanted to say every time I ask her any single question. A doctor of indecision would be Charlotte. Georgina, what would you be a doctor of? Of what?
Cheese.
Cheese.
The edible variety.
yeah, I
Dr.
cheese. I can
Ginger,
do
we'll
that
see you
too.
now about your cheese addiction. Love that.
Oh, I love cheese.
There you are. Let me know what you'd be a doctor of in the comments.
Yeah. Kathy on Facebook says, I like the way the sentiment curves the same way as the banner. Easy to align them up. That is very true. They do go in that kind of
Yeah,
little
absolutely.
bend.
Everything's been thought about for you, which I love, and that goes across the board for Crafter's Companion, which is great because it really does show the level of intricacy we put into everything. to help people. And we're also such a good community. Everybody helps each other. Even the ideas that you know you give to us at home are amazing. We love everything that you send in. So I'm nearly done. All I've got now is I'm going to put a bow at my top here now. But you can see we've made a really beautiful card and tone in those beautiful papers. But look at that. I mean, having that really glossy topper, but just move that. I mean, look how beautiful that is.
Beautiful.
So
really,
amazing.
Really
to
good.
get
I love
that
the way
shine.
with the double Z folders where you can really play around with the placement, can't you?
Oh,
so a
yeah.
lot of the time we have it on the bottom with toppers on,
Yep.
different characters and stuff,
Yep.
but putting it in the middle as well, really lovely way of using it. It's completely up. So that's the great thing about crafting, really, isn't it? That it gives you, you've got complete personalisation. Right, quick dry ink pads. I need to take you back to these because they are so busy at the moment. Patty said, I've got to read these to you first because there's some great ones coming in. Patty says she's already got a PhD in crafting. Project's half done. Love that. Absolutely love that. Right, let me run through these ink pads for you then, the ones that we have available at the moment. So we have got Pink Tulip, which is this one just here. You also have the Chinese Red. You've got Parakeet, Sandstorm. You can go for Seal Brown. This one here is your Damson Wine. Then we have got the Anthracite, Pumice, Twilight Grey. This one here is your Smoked Pearl, Green Topaz, Oasis, Smoked Emerald, Bordeaux. Then we have Frosty Jade, Misty Morning, and also Smoked Pearl. 3 for 2, which is excellent because if you need to maybe complete your collection, there's a few that you don't have, it's really great that you can select that collection yourself and put them together, which is amazing. Let me try and turn those back over. There we go. Right, let's go back through those stamps and what you'll get included. Remember, the great thing is about these that they are interchangeable with those different sentiments that you've got in there too, which is excellent. So you're going to get the sentiments in there as well as the florals. The other brilliant thing about these as well is that what you can do is you can interchange the between the collection. So let's say, for instance, the ones in the Violet Rose, which is the one I have here, that's going to work beautifully. The sentiments in there will interchange with the Wild Meadows and so on and so forth through all 5 of them. So you've got all of them when you get that full collection. So you've got your Violet Roses, which is this one just here. You also then have the Wild Meadows. This one will not be on HSN. If you are in the US, you usually get, are you thinking about getting these from HSN, then you will need to get them from us here at Crafts TV. This one will not be featured. This one here is your Classy Florals, which is beautiful. I thought I had an extra one there, but that's your Classy Florals. Then you have this one here, which is your Yuletide Foliage. And also this one, which is your Holly and Poinsettia. These two as well, if you're in the UK, only available through us here at Crafters Companion. So if you want to grab those, you will need to get them directly from us here at Crafters TV. Something else that I know you're going to love, we launched it on Monday as we do every single week. It's this week's Get It, Got It, Good. Ooh, yeah. This week's Get It, Got It Good is the Gemini Mini. Now, if you are new to crafting, the Gemini Mini is amazing. It's truly portable. It doesn't require any power. And also what we're going to include in here are these amazing die sets. Now, you've got these different die collections, and these dies were designed to work specifically with the Gemini Mini. A great price on here for you as well, £50 or $80, which represents a really awesome saving. Now, if it is machines that you are after, then you are in luck because, especially if you, I mean, we have so many new viewers joining us every single week or day or even hour here on Crafters TV. Hello, welcome if you've just found us. We do have some great beginners deals over on our website, and if you are new to us here and you're new to crafting and you're wanting to get started, we actually have a getting started section on the homepage of the website. So you can head over there and you will see all of the awesome things. There's great explanations about the different types of crafting as well, so do head over there and you'll be able to have a little look at that and see the beginners deals that we've got on some of our machines. I think the beginners deal this month is the Gemini Junior, which is an incredible deal. So if you've been thinking about upgrading to the Junior, we've got you covered there. as well. Right, I think it's time for more demos with Debbie.
Oh yes, let's do it. So the one we haven't seen yet is the Wild Meadow, and that is the one that's not on HSN as well. I love this one. I think there's something very pretty about this. So let's again bring in our stamping platform and pop our card into place. Then I'm just going to stick our magnets down. The other thing you can do as well with your stamping platform, if you did want to spray it with your spray glue and you've got small things that you want stuck down, you could stick that to it as well. Not with your permanent glue, with your stick and spray.
Yeah, if
not
it's
your
someone
stick and
else's
stay.
platform though, just maybe make sure you clean it off afterwards.
Well, yeah, there is that.
There's a bit of a running joke here that Debbie always puts the temporary adhesive on the stamping platform, doesn't take it off.
Oh.
Jan, not happy.
Yes, I do try and remember to clean it. there's times I forget, I'm just busy.
Of course.
Just busy. Right, so again, you've got your colours on the front if you want to do the same colours as the card on front. But I'm going to do mine a little bit different. So I'm going to be using the straw bough, the spring meadow, the oasis, the parakeet, and then I'm going to use a midnight for the sentiment. So let's get going. So this first one we've got here, I'm going to use our straw bough. So this is almost like your background one. So I'm going back to the quick drying inks. They're the ones that are great for layering because they dry really quickly. Just making sure that that's square piece, so the square piece is on the top, and stamp that down. And just, yep, that's fine. I was thinking then, because you know what I've done with all the others, Joe, and I've pushed down the centre. Can you see a lot of the ink has gone into that centre because I didn't push that down? So always try and push that down just in case, but actually as it happens, I haven't got any smudge lines from it. So it's that way, turn it round and then stamp down. And there we go. So that gives us our fill on the inside there. So pop that to the side. So our second one, I think I need a new kitchen towel. Here we go, this one will do. So just running that up, just to pick that up, take that one off. So that's our number one. Let's be really good and start putting these back on our carrier sheet.
Can I tell you something funny that's happened to me this week, Debbie?
Oh, what? Tell me.
Well, I've got new jeans on this week.
Well, I thought they were new jeans.
They are new jeans.
Yeah.
I haven't washed them before I've worn them, basically. So now everything is blue.
Everything's
so
blue.
This is this I've just realised, this is my beautiful peach-coloured linen face mask that I picked up the other week. Really gorgeous. It's now very, very blue.
Whoops.
I've had a white t-shirt on this week. It's also now very, very blue.
That looks like now. I thought before it looked. What did I think it looked like before? Plaster.
Plaster, yeah.
It now looks like
dirty. It looks like I've been working down a coal mine.
It looks like a paper bag.
Looks like a paper bag.
Yeah,
everything's
it looks like a
blue.
paper bag.
And I just realised I've tucked this shirt into it as well. So no doubt this shirt is now blue too.
Oh no.
I mean,
Debbie, just giggling at him.
why don't they wash them before they send them to you? That's what I want to know.
So
Hopefully you won't go out in the rain and then
Can you imagine?
Yeah, then your socks and
I'll
everything.
look like a Smurf. I'll be like a one-man touring tribute to the Blue Man Group. Oh, she's off. There she goes. She's off.
Monica on YouTube is saying, is the base of the stamping platform magnetic?
Yes.
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 It is.
It is. Yeah,
It is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, it's what holds it all in place. Because it's magnetic, you get magnets. So these silver magnets that have our CC emblem on them, they hold all your workings into place. Yeah. So let's pop that blue in and then stamp this one.
Kathy's just asking on YouTube, so are they saying that the banner and the sentiments are all the same shape across the board of all sets?
Yes, they are.
They are indeedy.
Yeah, which is excellent, Debbie, isn't it? Because it means you can use them across all the different ones. So, you know, it's definitely worth getting all 5 sets.
Absolutely, and what it does mean is that all your sentiments will mix and match with all of those, which is great. Right, so we've got our 2 layers there done. Let's take this one off. And then we will bring in our others. There we go. So number 2's done. And it really is an easy system to follow, which I love, because you have literally got your 1, 2 and 3 stamps, and then your sentiment, whatever one. And I love the fact that you've got all different sentiments to choose from. So our last one here, and this one will, you can see that, have I got, yep, got that the right way. We can pop all those in. So I'm going to bring that down into that bit there. So what this one does is it creates these little holders. You probably can't see it through the stamp, but you've got little holders for your buds here, and then your circle through the middle of your flower, so you know then you're getting it in the right place.
Crafty AJ says you'll have blue legs tonight, Joe. No doubt. Will, it's 27 degrees in the northeast today. I should think that there must be some sort of new record for up here, honestly, because it's like usually about 8 degrees colder than anywhere else. 27 degrees in Fahrenheit. I'm going to guess it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
What, shall I Google it?
Ionica is going to do the Googles. We do this as like a running thing, Ionica, where I try and guess what the temperature is in Fahrenheit.
So what is it here, 27?
It's 27.
Okay, let's go. What did you say it was?
82.
Oh, no, a bit lower, 80.
Oh, not bad. I'm only 2 Fahrenheit out. Give me a break, Ionica.
Oh, no, you're wrong.
Close, okay. Well, I'm happy with that.
That's still so hot for here. I mean,
so hot.
We always say about the weather, don't we? Anyone goes, oh, you're so British when we talk about the weather. It's true, though.
It really is. I always say you'd move to the northeast for the people and not the weather, without a shadow of a doubt.
So true. Absolutely.
So we're just lining up that scroll to go through the centre, and then I'm going to bring in our straw bowl again. Do I want this one? I want Oasis. Yes, I'm going to bring in the straw bowl. So let's pop that in, and there we go, that one. And dab that into place. Let me just pull that up a little bit. And pop that on, there we go. So just creating again that bunting on the inside. So, and I love the fact, so even though this stencil is what you're getting in all of them, if you do misplace one or lose one, you know that you've got another one to be able to put all your pieces into. And then we're gonna pop our lids on and bring in that dark blue for our last one. So again, wiping my stamp, and then pop that back on, and then bringing in, let's do, there we go, we'll have this one here, sending hugs and happy thoughts. So really nice, usable sentiments that you're gonna absolutely love. So, oh, there's sticky sheets. There we go, so everything, I've been very good putting everything back in order, so whenever...
Colour combo, this one.
Yeah, it looks nice,
really
doesn't it?
Really gorgeous, the blues and the yellows.
And it's really fresh, fresh and vibrant. Yeah, really
Have you got
lovely.
favourite colours, Ionica? Have you got go-to favourites?
Yeah, it depends what mood I'm in. I mean, I love wearing pastel colours. I had very neutrals on today, but I love block colours for me, especially if I'm wearing them. But vibrant colours as well. And it just makes you feel summery. Like John has got a yellow shirt on. That's joy in a shirt.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. He's a vision in lemon today.
Oh, she's done it.
She's a
done
vision.
it.
What?
She's mentioned John.
Oh, that's it. Comments are. The
comments are
iPad's
gonna go
broken
wild.
now. Come on, John. Come in. Let's have a look at him. It's a fashion
Let's
show.
look at
He's
John. Yellow
yeah.
shirt.
a vision in lemon linen.
See, I wasn't
Today.
lying. I mean,
Here
look
he
at
is.
this. Dun,
Take
dun,
a
dun,
twirl.
dun, dun,
Oh, there he is.
Look at
Vision in
that.
lemon there.
Gorgeousness.
Absolute vision in lemon.
Got to break the internet. Move over, Kim K.
Right, so what I've got here is I've just used one of my dies from one of Sarah's collections, because I thought this would be really nice, almost like just sort of fretwork on a trellis. And then I'm going to bring in our dotty tape pen, and we're going to use, let me grab, I had that scrap, oh here it is, a scrap piece of card. Let's just do that through the back, and that will just add my adhesive dots just where I need them, and not have any of the sort of stringy pieces that come off. And then add that onto that beautiful lemon cardstock. It's a colour that we tend to shy away from, don't we? Because I think there is that fear of yellow looking a little bit gaudy.
Gaudy?
Yes, I think a lot of people in crafting they stay away from yellow because it is, it can, especially with oranges, I think you can have a sort of bit of an overload and it can look a little bit gaudy is the only word I can think of it. But done properly, it can look so beautiful. So let's pop that.
Rhonda on YouTube just says, wowzers trousers. So I'm assuming that's in relation to John's appearance on the
Yes.
Wowzers trousers.
Our viewers are very funny, I have to say.
They are. I love that they chat with us all the time.
Yeah, we definitely like being interactive because it can be very funny.
Very, very funny. Too much sometimes.
Yes.
You wait till the gutter girls get going. That's why we have so that's why we have our social media superstars, you see, Annika. They let us read out the bits we're allowed to read out. There's a lot of it that, you know, that goes unsaid in the comments some days.
After Watershed only.
I love it though. It's just brilliant.
It is hilarious. So hilarious.
We have the best viewers, don't we, Joe?
We really, really do. Everyone's now letting me know how warm, people letting us know how warm it is where they are in the UK.
Yes.
Rachel Gillam, our lovely social media superstar, 28 degrees where she is in East Midlands.
East Midlands, that's not even in London, that. I mean, it's normally warmest in London. Crikey.
I mean, we did have a bit of a rubbish July and August, to be honest, didn't we? So it's making up for it.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope then that September and October are going to be nice and hot.
No, today and tomorrow that's it. That's the end of summer.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Joe. Thanks.
Goodbye, English summer.
This is it. Today and tomorrow is summer for the second part of summer, and then we are done. Oh, Cecilia says Sarah has the best looking men working for her.
Yes, she does.
I'll take that. Charlotte says we need more.
We need more.
Charlotte's joined the Gutter Girls, I think. Down here. She's a fully paid up card carrying member.
And just so you know, Ionica, the Gutter Girls are what they name themselves.
Yes,
it's not what we've named them.
They are a collective of our viewers that like to chat in the comments, and they have nicknamed themselves the Gutter Girls. I'm an honorary Gutter Girl.
I thought I'd better say that because I don't want people then writing in saying, oh my God, you call your viewers Gutter Girls? You can just imagine that, can't you? Right, and I'm just going to literally put that in the middle, and what a happy, joyful card this one is. I've just done that little step to add interest, but yeah, these stamps are so beautiful.
They really are gorgeous. I'm just going to quickly recap what's in the collection, Debbie. Did you want to get yourself ready for the card of the show?
Oh, yes.
Right, I want to go back through what you are getting in here. So remember, these 5 brand new stamp collections for you. It is very, very busy on these now at the moment. I think a lot of you really seeing the value in them. The fact that all those sentiments are totally interchangeable for you as well. So you've got Violet Roses. You then have your Wild Meadow, which is this one just here. This one is your Classy Florals. Then this one here, that is your Yuletide Foliage that you've got there. I mean, this has been designed as a Christmas one, but I mean, absolutely, I think you're going to be able to use that all the year through. And then also in here, your Holly and Poinsettia is going to be included for you. When you get them all together, it's like you get one for free, which we like. We always like getting something for free. $51.96 or $59.80. That platinum's down to $41.57 or $47.84 if you are across the pond. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets because it is super, super busy. Let's share with you all the details on our US shipping terms.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
All the details there of US Shipping and Club Inspire. We'd better do demo of the show. Before we do that though, I need to let you know what won the demo of the show in the earlier show. We didn't get time to announce it. It was this one just here from this brand new gorgeous floral collection. Beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Love that. Right, I'll put that up on the cabinet of creativity. We better do the demo of the show for this show then, Debbie.
Oh yes, we've done 5 so far, and we're hoping to get another quick one in for before the end of the show. But I first, my throat went then. The first one we started off, it's at number 1, which is our double Dutch. Number 2, which was our slanted card at the front. Number 3 was this beautiful pink and yellow one. Number 4 was the winter blessings. And number 5 was the last one we did here, which is our spring summer colours.
Beautiful. You get your votes in 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Do let us know. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Now I know we've got about 10 minutes left, Debbie. Do you think we can squeeze something in for the end?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And if we don't get it finished, we do have a finished card to show. So I'm going to go back to the Holly and Poinsettia one. It's a great one to have. And as we've been doing lots of Christmas things at the moment, I thought it'd be really good just to recap on these. So I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. Now, for anyone that's just joining us, remember that you can rewatch the show. So if you do want to see how these stamps work, we've done 5 demos in this one, and this will be the 6th one. But first of all, I'm going to take these stamps are numbered. So each stamp is individually numbered. So you've got number 1, then you've got number 2 and number 3. And that's the same with all the ones across the board. So we're going to take our number 1 to start with, and we're going to place it down. So what I would say is place it onto your mat here, and actually we can see if we placed it onto the mat, we can then pick that up. So I'm going to pick that one up. And then we're just going to take our piece of card. So I've got a circle one, so I just want to make sure that this goes exactly where I need it to go, and then we're going to pop that down into place so I can roughly, yep, that's perfect. And then I'm just going to, while that's there, just work out where my magnets can go, just to hold that piece of card into place. Just like that. So we've got our first one. Then where the gaps are, so where the flat stamp is, because it's not raised, you want to just push that down, and it just saves any transfer of ink that goes onto there. It won't then smudge onto your workings. And then what we're going to do is use our ink pad. So I'm going to go in first of all with our let's use this one. So I'm going with Smoked Emerald, so quite a dark one to start with, and I'm just going to go onto here. Lovely green colours for your Christmas cards, this one. And I'm going to be using Sarah's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas papers on this. So turn that over and stamp that down. And that's going to give us our first layer, nice and dark. I mean, you can go in with another layer, but I know that we're getting short on time. So what I am going to do is just then bring in our other one in, and then we can stamp that down. So take that one away, and then bring this one in for our number 2. And as you're going for the number 2, oh, I've took that away, and I wanted to show you how we did it exactly the same way with placing it in the same place, but I've already took that away now. So it's not a problem because you can place this down and find where you need them to go. So I'm going to pop that one, just move these round. That one will go just through there. There we go. And I'm just lining this bottom up here to the bottom here. So popping that round, there we go. And then pick that one up. And then we're going to stamp that one out. So this time I'm going to do it with a light. Oh, I've just put green all over me, look.
Oh no, oh no. Are they water-based? Can you wash them out?
I don't know, I've never got ink on me before.
Right, who's got a top tip in the comments then? How have you got ink on yourself? How do you get rid of it?
Ink out?
Just to let, I wonder if Bernie's, no, she's probably not watching. I folded my t-shirt up very neatly and put it in Bernie's cubby hole yesterday, my shirt, so I need to text her and let her know after my wardrobe malfunction yesterday.
You did have a wardrobe malfunction, didn't you?
I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told her. She said
well.
she would repair it. She did. I did have a missed call from Bernie as well. So, but I
Sorry?
I did have a missed call from Bernie
Did
as
you?
well. Yes.
I'm going to message her. I've popped it into her drawer.
She won't mind. She'll be able to do that in like 5 minutes.
I reckon so.
Right. So that's then filling in our surface there. So popping that in. And just clean it up as I go along. I've been quite good doing my stamps as I go along, Jo. So then we're going to bring in our next one, which is our number 3. So you can see nice and easy, just building them all up. And then this one will go, and I love this when you've got the middles of your flower, so you know that when you put these in, that's going to go exactly where you need them. I'm just going to make sure that my ones are lined up here, that's lined up in the middle, so that's all ready to go. And we're going to use the Bordeaux this time, so quite a deep red, but I do love this colour. Again, just pushing down into the centre. And it's just the flat piece, remember, because I want that to make sure that that's stuck completely onto our stamping platform.
Oh, you've got a tip for your mishap, your ink on your top. Use hairspray while ink is still wet. That usually takes it out. So Jo has gone running to the dressing room to go and get you some hairspray. What a great tip that is.
That is a good tip, yeah. I wonder though, because it's quick drying ink, so it dries really quickly.
Oh, here we go. He's coming in with the hairspray.
I'm a bit scared. He's going to spray me with ink with hairspray now, isn't he? And we won't advertise the hairspray.
Do you want me to spray it for you?
Huh?
Do you want me to spray you? Are you all right?
No, I'll be fine. Shall I just give it a spray? Just give it a
Capable
spray
spray.
live on air, and we can see.
Yeah,
if,
give it. Well, we'll
if
give it as a live demonstration. We'll see if it works.
Do you know what? I use
I
hairspray
smell
as setting
nice,
spray
if
on my
nothing
face.
else. Oh, it's cold.
Sorry, it's
Cold.
You use it for what, Ionica?
So it's probably not a good thing to put on your face,
Oh
but
my
I
goodness,
actually
it's
use
actually
hairspray.
working.
Is
To set it. It's cleansing out.
Yes.
How fabulous.
Brenda, you are a
That's
genius.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brenda is a genius.
Yeah, I use
Look at that.
hairspray. Just
Hardly
before I
any
go.
in there.
Yep.
Hardly
Well,
any
I can't
in
imagine
there.
that's good for your skin.
If you just do it
Brilliant
at
tip.
distance,
Just a little spritz.
just walk through it.
Wowzers.
What's this? What have I missed here?
Hairspray to set your makeup.
Yeah, I mean, there's people make setting sprays that are actually for your face,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm on a tight
what do I want?
budget.
I want
What can't you use hairspray for?
Exactly.
Oh,
Brenda,
I can't find my.
You definitely can't
stencil.
put it in a sandwich. Don't put it in a sandwich. It doesn't taste good in a sandwich.
Did I not put the stencil back? If I took it out and put it somewhere, literally. But the good thing is, this is good. When I was saying about when you go into another one, you can just use that same one and bring that out. So I know we won't be able to do the main card, but I do have one to show you. So let's just bring this in, and I'm just going to put my yellow down and add that extra into there. I did use beige in my other one, but I quite like the yellow. So, and then all I'm going to do now, so you can see we've done that, stamp your message into the centre, and then if I bring in this finished card, we've got that all in the centre with our warm and joyful winter wishes. And there we go.
Demo of the show, number 4.
Number 4, let's count them. I put them in order. So pop that one out the way. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, the Heat Emboss one.
Not a surprise.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. I do love that one.
Not a surprise at all. Absolutely gorgeous. How amazing. Let me just quickly recap then the 5 different new sets that you're getting here in this particular collection. So you're going to receive in there the Violet Roses. This one here is the Wild Meadows. Then you've got your Classy Florals. You've got the Yuletide Foliage. And also the Holly and Poinsettia in there as well. Amazing. What a pleasure. Massive thanks to Debbie. As always, we'll be back together at 7, won't we?
We will be, yes, for some fun and frolics.
Big thanks to Ionica as well. It's so lovely. Having 3 of us in the studio has been lovely this afternoon.
I know, it's been so nice.
So cute.
Yeah. So will we see you a bit later?
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, well, it really is going to be a party then, with the 3 of us back at 7 p.m. in the UK. Maybe we get Ionica to get some choreography going for that party. Maybe we could get something. I'm not sure. I'm more of a mover than a dancer, Ionica. I'm, you know, not really a dancer. Anyway, don't forget to check out your baskets. We will see you back here in 2 hours' time for, as you can see, launch party, 2 p.m. 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. for West Coasters. Wake up call tomorrow at midday in the UK, 7 a.m. East Coast. That will be with Becky. Becky will be here with you for the afternoon show. I'll be here with you. I'm going to be omnipresent tomorrow, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later. You'll have to join me during launch party. Something really, really special happening tomorrow here on Crafters TV and Crafters Companion USA. I think I'll find out. I'll just make sure I'm not going to get in trouble if I tell you during that later show. I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. Don't forget to check out your baskets. I hope you're having a brilliant day, whatever you are up to. A wonderful morning if you are, of course, across the pond. Myself, Debbie and Ionica will all see you back here in 2 hours' time. Take care.